So, literally. You talk too much. Well, do you want me just to sit here? I do talk a lot though, so sorry about that. Thank you. I had a gloss put over at work last week, but mummy. Oh, anyway, I had a question. I'm pretty sure it was from Sammy about the hairdressing job. So we have some tea with that. Look, I'm gonna be trying really hard to be very mindful of the way that I discuss this situation, but I'm not happy. He's good. Hunter's good. I keep him private for the most part, but no, he's really, really good. Yeah, we've had we do have a health concern of his at the moment, but it's the same. We've had the same health concern for about 2 years, and we keep getting fobbed off by doctors, and now we've been trying to get doctors to do something about it, and they just fucking haven't. But yeah, we're finally getting on a path to try and figure out what it is. So he's okay, but it's just, I think he's going to be, he's got some food allergies, and I think he might actually end up being celiac or something along those lines. So Thor is in Sydney. He's working at the moment. He gets back Sunday, and then he's home for another week, which is really exciting. Yeah. Okay, so with the work situation, so when I did the trial, or when I did the interview, I explained what days I could work. No, I'm not working at the men's club anymore. That was the most illegal thing I've ever been a part of, and I didn't do anything illegal, but that club is a mess. Anyway, so the interview that I had with this salon was really good, and I explained to them, hey, these are the days I can't work. I cannot change that. I'm not going to change it for any job. Are you willing to work with that? And find a good allergy association. Oh, cool. Thank you. I'll screenshot that. But yeah, anyway, so I explained the situation, and she was like, yeah, no worries. All good. Not an issue. That's never going to be an issue. We're flexible. I'm like, sweet. Perfect. Sounds great. They did advertise, however, they're looking for somebody full-time. And I was like, well, it's technically full-time except for those days. So anyway, I do the trial. She's thrilled about it. Come in for a week. Make sure that you want to do the job, and then we'll sign you up for an apprenticeship. I'm like, sweet, sounds great. So I worked full-time hours last week. I did 33 hours. And that's because I had to finish work early on the Saturday because I had a doctor's appointment. But essentially I got some phone calls while I was at work, which the girls are always on their phones. If they weren't with a client, they were scrolling Instagram, and I wasn't doing that. I just took about 4 phone calls throughout the entire week, and they were all doctor phone calls, or one from my ex about my son, who had a doctor's appointment because he was not well. And so anyway, the Saturday I wasn't supposed to be working. I asked multiple times whether I was working or not, and was told no, but she just never told me that I was. And then, we'll talk about it. And then I spoke to the other stylists, and they're like, yeah, no, if you haven't been told yet, you're definitely not working. It's like, sweet, no worries. So I booked the doctor's appointment on the Saturday because it was something that I need to get done, and I would have to wait another 2 weeks to get this appointment. Anyway, so I did that. I let her know on the Friday, and I said, hey, am I supposed to be working tomorrow because I do have a doctor's appointment at lunchtime? And she's like, oh, no, that's fine. Just come in for a few hours. Anyway, keep all that in mind. I get a phone call on Monday, having gotten only excellent feedback all week. Constantly being praised, constantly being told how amazing I am, constantly being told how successful I'm going to be, how natural I am at the job. You're constantly being told, I'm so proud of you, you're so great at this, you're picking this up so quickly, you're really good, this is perfect, you're doing everything so well, I'm so impressed, constant praise, never anything negative. And then I never work with the owner the entire time. She's a busy bitch, apparently. And so I don't work with her at all. But the people I was working with, I got constant excellent feedback from, nothing negative whatsoever. And then on the Monday, I get a call. I'm just assuming I'm going to work on the Tuesday because why wouldn't I be? And she's like, oh, hey, I just wanted to see how you felt after the week and rah-rah, which made sense to me because she, the whole trial week was for me, not for her. She was ready to put me on as an apprentice, and we agreed, let's just do it for a week and see how I feel about it. And I was like, yeah, no, I feel really good about it. And like, you know, I was exhausted, but like, you know, I think anyone's going to be really tired after seeing, like going from not working to full-time work. And I was like, but you know, like even with being iron deficient and everything like that, I've still managed to work my ass off. Anyway, and I was like, and she's like, oh, okay then. And I was like, okay, how are you feeling about it all? And she's like, yeah, look, I'm not sure. Hey, I'm just a little bit concerned because, you know, you've got the thing with your son and, you know, I don't really know how that's going to work. And I was like, well, you knew exactly when I was going to see my son. You knew exactly the days I couldn't work. And yeah, like I was very, very clear and upfront about that. And she's like, oh, you know, I am a bit worried about your iron deficiency. Like, is that going to be a long-term thing? And I was just like, well, I'm getting an infusion next week. My partner's just gone to Sydney and I can't get it done this week, but I'll get it done next week and then it should resolve itself. And she's like, that could be something that could be long-term though, isn't it? And I'm like, not usually, like it's something that just gets fixed. But anyway, and she's just like, oh yeah, okay. And I was like, okay, like, is there an issue with the way that I work? Like, have I done anything wrong? She's like, oh, no. Like, no, you're excellent. I'm just really worried that you're going to get burnt out and this may not be for you. And I was like, okay, but I was sick all week and I still worked my ass off. Like, I mean, hands and knees scrubbing floors every day, scrubbing sinks, cleaning out hair traps, doing literally everything I was asked, weeding garden beds, like doing everything I could, everything right. And not only that, like doing more than what was asked of me. And so offering to do more than what was asked of me, working longer hours than I was supposed to, knowing that I was iron deficient and she would ask me like, how are you feeling? I'm like, oh, I feel like shit, but like I'm fine. Made me work Tuesday, 9-hour day, Thursday, 11-hour day, no breaks. None. The only thing she would say is, oh, have you eaten anything? And I'll be like, oh yeah, like I've snacked here and there because I wasn't given a break. And she's just like, oh, make sure you eat. But you are required in any position, in any role, if you work more than 8 hours, you are required to have